Hey y'all, this is Brita for The Happier Attorney. This is a channel where we talk about mindset and about flat fees for attorneys. And today we're going to be talking about why it is imperative that you not ignore red flags with a potential client. And sometimes we can see these when we first have contact with them, when they are calling the office or making an appointment, but certainly when they are in initial consultations. And if we pay attention and give ourselves permission to pay attention, we can generally see red flags, but we talk ourselves out of it. And I know for myself, if I'm being honest with myself, when something has gone awry and I'm like, when did I first smell that something was wrong? It was in the initial consultation, but I talked myself out of it. Just this morning, I had a potential client that had some red flags. And I chilled out and I just was like, okay, I want to see how this goes. And it went off the tracks pretty quickly. Okay, I was right. My gut was right. Okay. And when I talk to my attorney clients and they are talking about a problem client and I say, when did you first feel that something was wrong? Sometimes they'll say early on, and then when pressed, it's always during the initial. It's always. There's at least one thing that you're like, So what am I talking about with red flags? Here's what I'm talking about. Here are some bright red flags that at least at the time, don't ignore. At the very least, see if they keep cropping up, but don't ignore them. Is this person wrestling you for control in any way? This is your office. They're coming to you because you're the expert. Are they showing deference to you? I'm not talking about kissing your ass. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about showing you respect and personal deference. Okay? Or are they trying to control the conversation? Are they acting like they're in charge in any way? That's a red flag. Because they shouldn't be in charge. They're in your office. You're the expert. You have to be in charge. Are they interrupting you? Why are they in your office trying to get help if they know all of the answers? What does your gut say? Is there just something that is off? Here's the thing. You don't have to even think of, oh, this is a red flag. What does your gut say? If something feels weird, if something feels off, ignore that at your peril. And that's part of our problem is we kind of think, oh, we have to have a reason. Something feels off. I didn't like it. I didn't like that person. But I don't have a good reason. That's a good reason. That's all the reason you need. This idea that we need to represent anybody who comes in the door, especially anyone who can pay us, ooh, that is dangerous. That is so dangerous. And it can be really tempting to like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. I'm making this up. It's not that big of a deal. Okay? Do that at your peril. And that's one of the reasons it's so important to use flat fees properly so you have the financial bandwidth. Because it's a lot easier to go, no thank you, when you've got 3 months of savings in the bank and the bills are paid. It's a lot harder when rent's due in 3 days and you don't have it. Okay? But even in that situation, you cannot move forward. You just can't. Because that, especially when your gut is like, Because mark my words, that short-term solution of getting some cash in the door will feel great for about 3 seconds. It's a short-term solution. And then you're going to be left with a big-ass problem for a long time. You will regret it. How many times have you already regretted it? Okay? Don't talk yourself out of it. What does your gut say? even if you can't articulate, because we've all been there. I've been there. And those are the problem clients. Those are the ones who aren't going to listen to us, who aren't open to anything we have to show them or advise them, aren't going to do what we tell them to do, and then get the results that they're going to get because they didn't do what we told them to do. And whose fault? Who are they going to blame? Are they going to sit there and say, oh, it didn't work out because I didn't listen to Brita? No. They're going to find a way to twist and blame you. I can tell you, I practiced family law for a long time. I think I haven't gone back and actually done the math, but I think I've had 5 bar complaints in my career, nearly 30 years. Not for a very long time. They were all dismissed like that. Other than one criminal defendant who, when I was a prosecuting attorney, filed a bar complaint because I told the jury that they should find him guilty. Other than that, every single one, when I look back, there was a red flag. There was a red flag at the beginning. Their story didn't make sense. Their story just did not make sense. Or they were trying to exert power and control. Every single one. Now, whatever they paid me, and sometimes it was, nominal, was that worth the pain in the ass factor? Absolutely not. Was that worth a bar complaint? Absolutely not. Was that worth now on social media, them going and saying whatever they want to say about you? Absolutely not. So if you're going to take a hit, I would much rather take a hit with, I'm really sorry that I don't think this is a good fit. I don't think I can help you. And have them be a little upset at the beginning over that, then later on. Nothing good is going to come from it. So it doesn't matter. I've been there. I've been there in financial hard times when you're just like, oh, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It won't be fine. It won't be fine. You know that. I know that. Come on. So if you have to go take a loan, you go take a loan. Not that that's a great solution, but it's better than this. Heck, if you need to be late on your rent, it's still better than this. And here's the thing. When you say no to that client that you should be saying no to, I promise you, I've been doing this a very long time, not only for myself, but coaching other attorneys. I can't understand it all. I'm not going to try to explain it all. Here's what I know. When you say no to what you're supposed to be saying no to, your good client miraculously shows up. Every single time. It's like there needs to be room there. So as hard as it may be in the moment, especially to say no to someone, you just want to help people, you can't help everybody. You're not supposed to help everybody. Not everybody's your person. But when you ignore your gut, when your gut is saying, even subtly, you ignore that, you will pay the price. Period. So, give yourself permission to say no. Okay? All right. Take care.